Welcome back. Today we are going to explain the importance of marketing logistics in the supply chain. In today's global marketplace, selling a product is sometimes easier than getting to the customers. So companies must decide in the best way to store, to handle, and to move their products so that they are available to customers in the right assortment, in the right time, and in the right place. Logistics effectiveness has a major impact in both in consumer satisfaction and in company cost. To some managers, marketing logistics means only trucks and warehouses. But modern logistics is much more than that. Companies are placing greater emphasis nowadays on logistics for several reasons. Why? Because you can gain a powerful competitive advantage. Also because you can yield tremendous cost savings if you do a good job with your logistics. In addition, there is a huge explosion now of product variety, and that has created a need to improve logistics management. And finally, the effects that the logistics has in the environment and in the firm's also sustainable efforts to do a good job from the environment point of view. Okay, what are the goals? In general, no logistics system can maximize customer service and minimize distribution cost. So the goal, it has to be like a target goal, where we can reach a level of customer service at the least cost. What are the major functions when we talk about marketing logistics? The main ones are warehousing, inventory management, transportation and logistics, and of course, information management. Okay, warehousing. When we talk about production and consumption cycles, they rarely match. So companies need to store goods, and they have to wait for a moment until they are sold. So companies might decide how many, what type, and where their warehouses have to be located. And inventory management also affects customer satisfaction. We need to get a balance between carrying either too much or too less of it. And there are different systems also to handle it. We can have just-in-time, radio frequency, smart tax technology, the smart shelves. When we talk about the third factor, that is transportation, the choice of the transportation affects a lot on the pricing of the product, on the delivery performance, and the condition how goods arrive. There are at least 5 main types. The most used one is trucks, railways, air transportation, the planes, internet nowadays, and also water carriers and pipelines. But in general, shippers use what we call intermodal transportation, meaning that at the end you use like a combination of one or more or even different type of transportations. The fourth factor is logistic information management. Companies manage their supply chain through information. So channel partners often link up, they share information to make a much better joint logistic decisions. Nowadays, there is a concept that is used widely that is called integrated logistic management. Why? Because more and more companies are adapting this concept, because it recognizes that providing a better customer service and trimming distribution cost requires teamwork. So there is a lot of cross-functional teamwork inside the companies, and also there is a partnership with third-party suppliers. They are called usually third-party logistics. Why are they used? Because their main focus is to get the product to the market. The second aspect is that if you outsource the logistic, you get free time and free resources to focus really in your own core business. And finally, these third-party logistic companies, they do understand very well what the complex logistic environment is. That's why it makes sense using them. And you are encouraged to take them into consideration. So for today, you have seen that we have learned that logistics is more than trucks and warehousing, and that it's very important to use an effective logistics. In the next class, we are going to describe who are the main participants in the distribution channel.